15 Rand 19 cents to the US dollar, as we said. Local market pretty flat, bit of a mixed day. Wayne McCurrie from FNB Wealth and Investments. So the market's flat, Wayne, and we're going to get to some results in a moment now, but let's just start with the markets. It's flat. I can't understand why the Rand is so strong against the US dollar today when this conflict between Russia and the Ukraine has investors running for safe havens globally. Why's the Rand doing what it's doing?
It's all about the commodity cycle, Devin. I mean, the commodity prices are good. You see the commodity company results coming out, they're fantastic. You see our tax revenues fantastic, and the Rand strengthening on the back of that. And the more and more I see company results, the more I talk to economists and company management, the economy is probably doing a little bit better than what people anticipate. And I think the Rand strengthening on that, and as I said, the commodity cycle as well. And who knows, it may even go below 15. I mean, roughly speaking, our trading range is anywhere between sort of 14 Rand 70 and 15 Rand 80. You know, that would be a fair value range, and it seems to be sticking at the bottom end of that sort of valuation range at the moment.
Not to mention the fact that some economists say that the Treasury may be underestimating deliberately those estimates for taxes. All right, Wayne, so 33 billion Rand profit announced by Sibanye-Stillwater today. I mean, their share price is down, last time I checked, around about 5%. Is it perhaps that they may have a potential strike happening next week? And I suppose, does this give the union some ammunition now?
Look, unions are now in a position, I mean, we all got to understand what unions do. They fight for their members. That's their number one priority, and it's maybe their only priority. So it's very normal for unions to want to threaten strikes and to fight for their members. Now, mining companies have never been as profitable. They've never had such a strong balance sheet. They've never paid out more dividends, and they've had a really excellent share price bull market. So, of course, under these scenarios, the workers are going to say, we want our share of this excess profits. Of course, the other side is when companies are making a loss and virtually going bankrupt, as all mining companies were doing in 2015, the union still wanted an increase. So this is very normal behavior. The share price falling because of a strike, I very much doubt that. You know, the valuation of a mining company is, at the end of the day, the economic value of the assets that they own in the ground, whether it's gold or palladium or oil or anything. You know, a strike for a week or a 2 or a month, quite frankly, is very, very little value destruction as far as the share price is concerned. It's such a short-term thing, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And then you look at another miner. I mean, people are still buying coal, Wayne, at record levels, especially in a time when you see there's just so much emphasis on sustainability. Exxaro results, they did well, but it's interesting that they're saying they would have done even better if our country's rail network and infrastructure, Transnet, was more supportive.
Look, I can talk a lot about Transnet. I was on Transnet for 3 days a while back, and you don't understand what a catastrophic situation they're in until you ride a train on Transnet's tracks. I mean, it is shambolic. And that's been kind to Transnet, to be honest. Look, coal is a dying asset. Electricity will take over, far greener fuels will take over, you know, but we still need it for the next 10, 15, 20 years because you can't swap overnight. And because it's such a taboo commodity, no one's put money into prospecting for new coal. So the existing players, there's still demand. They're actually making a fortune. Look at Thungela unbundled out of Anglo American. I mean, eventually the demand for coal will die, but in the interim, we need it still because you can't swap over to green energy overnight. It takes decades, quite frankly.
Well, thumbs against us there, but Wayne, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. Wayne McCurrie is with the FNB Wealth and Investments Group.